What's up guys, Mitchell Watts with Town & Country TV, and I hate my Raptor, and here's 10 reasons why. Okay, so that was a little bit of an exaggeration. I freaking love this truck. Here are 10 different things that I do not like about my particular F-150 Raptor. Now, if you guys haven't, somebody needs brakes. But if you haven't had a chance to see the video already of us debuting this truck to the world, you can click up on the card right there and it'll show you everything, a full walk around of this particular truck that I just traded in my 2017 F-150 XLT for. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you everything. I kind of had to do a little hunting to find 10 things, if I can be very transparent, because there's a lot to love about this particular F-150. But let's go ahead and start with the first thing, and that's going to be these wheels. As you guys know, this is an authentic SCA Performance F-150 Raptor, meaning that it was a truck that came in directly to SCA Performance directly. They took it, modified it with the front and the rear bumpers and these wheels and tires. And SCA builds some fantastic trucks, Black Widows, a lot of really good trucks, but they really missed the mark with these wheels. I can't stand these. And so I'm going to give you a very fast, very quick flash of what may or may not be coming to this truck very soon as all the parts come in. So if you're quick enough to pause the video, you get a chance to see what these are going to be replaced with. But yeah, these are a set of authentic SCA Performance wheels. I don't like them. I like the beadlock ring, but I can't stand the way these spokes look kind of squared off, and I think it takes away a lot from the truck itself. And so that is going to be one thing that I definitely do not like about this truck. Next up is going to be the seats themselves. The fact that this is a $72,000 truck when they're brand new, and even the brand new ones, this is a 17 model, even the 2020 model Raptors do not come available with active contour seats. If you didn't know what that is the massaging seats in your butt and your back. So the F-150 does have it on the Platinum and limited trim levels, but for some reason they left that out on the Raptor. That is one of my favorite features across the board on the F-150, and I wish the Raptor had it as well. But the good news is these seats are very highly bolstered and they are very comfortable. I just wish for those extra long trips that they had the massaging seats, so that way you can keep the blood flow going if you're going to be in the car for 10 hours at a time. Next up is going to be the auto start stop. So as you know, most of your F-150s nowadays come with a feature that when you come to a complete stop at a stoplight, the engine will automatically shut off to save fuel. Well, I've already fixed that. I actually purchased an auto start stop eliminator, auto start eliminator, and it has been fantastic. So now when I come in here and crank the truck up, you will see that it automatically defaults to off. And that is going to be one of my favorite modifications that we're going to include in a very near future. So auto start stop, yeah, it's gone. Another feature I hate about my Raptor is going to be the exhaust sound. So as you can hear, it is definitely a V6. Now I will tell you that I'm very pleased with the power and the torque that is associated with this motor, but unfortunately there's no way to make it sound like a true authentic American-made V8. The next thing is going to be the actual rear wheel well liners. So none of these Raptors come available with rear wheel well liners from the factory. If you want to change this, it does look like Husky Liner does have a rear wheel well liner made for the Raptor, but they're the only company I can find that actually offers that. It really would have been nice that if Ford could have maybe included a spray embed liner material on the inside, just to kind of maybe finish off the underneath of the Raptor, because at the end of the day, if you have a lighter color truck like a white, you'd have a white underside mixed in with a black frame with, in this case, a blue shock absorber. If you've got the 19 or newer, it'd be the orange one. So a lot of different colors could be going on depending on the year model of the truck. All right, next thing, let's talk about the rake on a Ford F-150 Raptor is pretty drastic. And what I mean by rake is the fact that the truck sits nose down drastically from the factory. Now, I will tell you that is by Ford's design. Basically, this truck is designed for high-speed off-roading. And so to do that, they've obviously got a suspension that can articulate drastically. And a part of that, if you look at every one of these pre-runners, as you can see right there on the screen, when they're sitting still, they look like they're moving really, really fast because they're nose down pretty heavily. But the Raptor is going to be the very same thing, but I do have a couple of things coming that is going to take care of the Rake in this particular F-150, which, as you already know, is my own. The next thing I hate about my Raptor is going to be the fact that you're kind of limited on the number of drive-through car washes that you can go through. So as you guys know, the F-150 is, the Raptor is actually wider from the factory than a stock F-150. And you can see that because, as far as you can see, the suspension is designed for heavy articulation, and the Raptor even comes with, it's not really a wide body kit, but it does have a actual wider footprint and the body panels to cover that as well. Not every single drive-through car wash can accommodate a truck as wide as a Raptor, so you just have to be conscious of which ones you pull through. Now, granted, I probably won't be taking this one through very many car washes, but that is something you need to know is going to be different on the Raptor versus the normal F-150. There's a lot of Ford vehicles that happen to have a feature called global windows, and it works like this. It's 110 degrees outside, you need to cool down the inside of the truck, you can remote start it, and then you can even roll the windows down from the factory. So like the Ford Fusion, for instance, I'll link a video that we made right here where you can actually watch. It's an old school video, so laugh about how much younger and thinner I was at that time. But anyways, if you basically tap and then hold the unlock button on the key fob, all the windows would automatically roll down. It's not available on the F-150s and also the F-150 Raptors. That feature is not there, but thankfully we at least have the remote start. As a sneak peek to one of our upcoming videos, one of my favorite things about this truck is going to be Apple CarPlay, but that leads me into my next complaint, and that's going to be the heated steering wheel and how cumbersome it is to actually turn it on. So Ford doesn't give you a dedicated button for the heated steering wheel on the dash, so here's how you have to do in some situations to turn on your heated steering wheel. Let's count the number of clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks to turn on one heated steering wheel. That is ridiculous. I wish Ford would have given us a dedicated button on the screen at all point in time, or even better, would have been a physical button on the dashboard. I absolutely love the steering wheel on the Raptor, but unfortunately, because this thing has got some cool drive modes, they have completely screwed up my muscle memory, and that is going to be for the voice activation button. This is the most popular button that I personally press. I'm using it all the time to hit up Siri or to hit up the Ford voice activation system. All of that is handled through this little button. But on every other F-150, that button is located right here. They relocated it because of the drive modes, but keep in mind, guys, I've been using an F-150 since 2015 with the voice button here. Let me tell you how many times I've accidentally changed the drive mode while I'm driving down the road, so I'm trying to voice activate and call my wife. And there you have it. That is 10 things that I absolutely hate about my F-150 Raptor. Now keep in mind, guys, I've already mentioned it to you, I stinking love this truck. And so if you want to make sure that you see the video that we talk about 10 things that I love about this truck, make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video.